Hello. Can you see me, everyone? No, you can because the cover is there. Welcome, everyone. This is your host, Lizzie, here on the LizyT Show in Canada, Toronto, Canada. I have to say that because we have people watching us. If not now, we'll be watching us later on all over the world. And today, I am so pumped up. This is going to be such an excited. The energy that is going to come through this camera to all of you is going to be incredible. So today we have an amazing guest for you to meet. Somebody who took me who really surprised me. And I know that you will be loving her just as much as I got impressed and just as much as I am loving her. So this is going to be not only an educational show, not only knowledge, not only to be able to growth, but also give you a little bit of hope for some of you that are thinking, what do I do with my business now? I mean, COVID pandemic is kind of over in some places in the world. I know that it's not like that, everyone. What do I do next? How do I prepare myself for the next step? Some places have been in lockdown for 2 years, and we had to switch things, had to reinvent ourselves. What kind of tools can I use now to come up ahead, to grow my business, to get more revenue? Well, all those answers are going to be answered here today by an incredible expert. I am so honored to have her here with us and to share her expertise because it's so valuable and her time is money. And I am so thankful that she is sharing that with me today and with you. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read you a little bio. And by the way, everyone, I want to thank you. I'm still at awe. We had the contest, or singing contest for the last month. We got a winner. We did a lot. We've been doing a lot of stuff here. We haven't stopped anywhere. And so, things keep going. So now we're talking to people from all over the world, and today is not going to be exception. So today we're going to be talking to Zef. She is a live broadcaster and a virtual event producer who has made mavened and reinvented virtualized in-person event. She worked with business, association, events creator, and other events professional and the training of management, hospitality, and trade industry. Zef, which is actually short for Stefalini. I'm sorry I'm butchering your name, but it's a very unique name. Transitions into virtual space in 2012. Was inspired to her own frustration. A lot of us probably are frustrated right now when it comes to video. With a person networking event. As a connector, she understands the importance of human connection. Good. Zef knows what being the same physical room is not always possible. I mean, we just experienced that for 2 years, some of us anyways. I know some parts of the world that didn't happen. Very jealous. So since then, Zef has created and produced and hosted hundreds of high-impact live broadcasting and virtual events. Her most successful virtual event production included 3 international summits. Wow. I've managed to do a couple myself in the last 2 years, but I know there is an incredible amount of work. Where Zef collaborated with a team from the United States, Denmark, and Australia. Woohoo! She is an entrepreneur, keynote speaker, and tough leader who have been featured and interviewed multiple international live podcasts. Here we have her, and she's not stopping. She definitely not stopping. This is incredible. So without further ado, everyone, let's welcome her with a wonderful round of applause.
Hello, everybody. Hi, LizyT. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be on the LizyT Show. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, not turning to be an entertainer right now, but okay.
I think you have it. I think you have it. You do not value yourself. Definitely, a comedian is a second career. I don't know. So, I love your energy. I love your hype. I don't even know how you do it. Is that something that you turned off or turn on and turn off? Like, I mean, it looks like you're on 24/7. But tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you start it in media? Was it something that you always worked on life? Can you give us a little bit of background for people that don't know you in my circle? Now they will be able to get to know you.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that question, Lizzie. And hi, everybody. I'm definitely Zef Zan. And if you're wondering why definitely, well, it's a long story and it's a story for a different day. I basically got one of my audiences, actually a few of my audiences, who attended a virtual summit that I co-produced, and they go like, definitely. And they threw those words at me. And I'm like, okay, I'm taking that part of my brand. So thank you. If you're the one, I just want to say thank you. So, Lizzie, when I started this journey, really it was out of my own business needs. I didn't necessarily know I wanted to be in this media space. And what happened was I am a super connector. If you actually notice this, that I love my energy just comes on when I am around people. I just love meeting people. Not only meeting people, I love connecting with people. So for me, when I started my journey, I was hosting in-person networking events. I love to bring value. I love to connect with people. But when I started my journey, there was this thing called meetup.com, and I hosted my events there. Don't know if any one of you could relate to that, but basically meetup.com allowed us to host events and then get people to very specific themes of events. I did that for a long time for entrepreneurs, and after a while, people RSVP and never showed up. And I don't know if you're the only one or I'm the only one. If you have this experience, say yes in the comments. So I know I'm not the only one. But basically what happened was I facilitated in-person networking events. People don't show up. And I was like, you know what? That must be a better way. And I said, maybe, just maybe, because we all have one of these, right? So we have one of these. And I said, what if somebody can still watch and be a part of the conversation? And also, I get to share my value of my community and, people around me, even if they're on the toilet seat, because they have one of these. So that's how it started. And I played around with this technology called Google Hangouts. And I think if you've been around long enough, you'll know like Google Hangouts will probably date me because it feels like dinosauric in technology world. So I really started from there. And at that time I had worked with, I had a team of interns, and I said, what could we do? So we're still booking locations and we're in person. And I had to carry all my equipment with me when I did these in-person events because we wanted to stream the content now. We wanted to get people from all of our, like outside of our room to still connect with us, network with us. Then we realized there was a lot of equipment to take on to the monthly events. So I said, if this is technology, I literally could do it anyway. So that's how I got started. Fast forward, Google Hangouts and a few other platforms came around. I caught on the live streaming, live broadcasting bug, live video marketing. So I started in that space. Well, fast forward 2 years post pandemic, people look at me and go like, now I know. Now I know what you mean about, showing up for the other person remotely, and you don't have to be in the room like, Lizzie and I are doing right here. We don't have to be in the same room, but we can be in the same room, right? So
Absolutely.
that's how it started. Yep. That's how
Well,
it started. And before pandemic, Lizzie, I remember people looking at me when I say, hey, this is what I do. Looks like they look at me like I have two heads, right? Because they cannot resonate or cannot relate to it. And I say,
mhm.
I have people that I've been connected for over 6-7 years. I've worked with them online. I trust them more than the people that I have met in person, because we all show up for one another so often that it makes it possible to build a credible relationship and a sustainable relationship. And some of them I've not even met in person, even after working 6 to 8 years with them online. That's the beauty of what I do.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I completely resonate with you, Zef, is that I did exactly the same thing. I used to take the whole studio to a event, and I
Yep.
completely understand that it was a lot of
Yes.
equipment,
Yes.
cameras. I am very
Yep.
fortunately blessed that my husband is an audio technician and a videographer, which helps a
There you
lot.
go.
But
Mhm.
it's still, and we did events, and there was like 3 people showing up. I did my husband's book event, and it was so sad because we ordered food and we ordered things, and there was
Yes.
not a lot of people coming. So for me, and I can understand that as well for you, that a lot the pandemic really helped us to bring it home and to make it sense and say, yes, we could do it from our home studio, which is my
Yes.
case, and not having to carry. And a lot more people are going to
Yes.
come. I did my very
Yes.
first summit last year, 7
Mhm.
hours, and it was incredible. I couldn't thank God for that, such a blessing. Now, one of the things that I love about you is that you teach this to people. You coach, you prepare them for what it's like to do this in front of the camera, and
Yes.
how do they, because I that's one of the things that I also started doing last year, and one of the things that I noticed that people are petrified. They completely they freeze in front of the camera. They're outspoken, that they're authors, they know how to do it, but as soon as you put a camera in front of them, they don't know what to say. How do you work with those people?
So that's a great question. And the way that I usually share with talents like that is this, right? So I believe the world in the media world, especially if you are really, really exposed to the YouTube generation, right? For me, when people say it's YouTube and live broadcasting, I feel that there's two different things, two different culture there, right? With live streaming and live broadcasting, I always tell people, don't try to be somebody else. Just be you. I don't need you to be J-Lo. I don't need you to be The Rock. I don't need you to be that, even though you like them. But you just need to be you, because at the end of the day, until and unless you know how to be you on camera, you will never get that right energy. You will not get that right feel, how to connect with your audience on camera. You will never know what is your gift on camera that allows you to connect with people all around the world, right? We're not talking small here. We're talking all around the world, to bring them into your space, which is this cold digital space. So number one, just be yourself. Be yourself. And do it enough time that you probably on the way to, rock stardom, you probably will throw up 10 times. You'll cry on camera like I do sometimes. I don't care. Vulnerability is an asset. So just be yourself. I just feel like, because we are in this world where everything needs to be cool, perfect, right? We're supposedly the professionals, the experts, and all that. So we have to be like perfectly good on camera, even when we start talking like robots, right? And I tell people, nobody wants to watch that kind of thing. Why do you think reality TV is a huge deal for some people? Because they're just being themselves, right? They're not trying to be
Mhm.
somebody else. That sells. So I try to tell people, Lizzie, is like, try to just be yourself. Even though you need to do 10 times and show up on camera 10 times, you spit, you cry, you say something wrong, that's okay. Because you have to find your groove. You have to find your mojo, until and unless you get rid of all that energy of like, oh my God, expectations. People think I should be, really, really polished on camera because I'm a speaker, I'm an author. No, I don't really want to watch a very polished person, because it kind of shaves what should I say, the actual person away, right?
Yes.
Because you're trying to be somebody else, and that's not what I want.
Good.
So,
And
yep.
I'm glad that you're saying that for all of you that are watching now or will be watching later on. this is one of the great advice. I mean, it's funny that I've said this 100 times, but it's from coming from an expert like yourself, Zef. It means a lot that I'm not just repeating myself or saying things that it comes out of my head. There's somebody that just does this for a living and coaches people. And absolutely, if you spit or if you cry,
Hope you throw up.
I have to tell you that one of my, especially on my podcast or my radio podcast, there was a lady who cried because she wrote a book about the war when her father took her to Japan. And it was the most successful and most listened radio podcast because her emotions, she started to describe what it felt like being in Japan and the war. And it just felt her. Everybody wants to get her book because they want to be able to read more about that feeling, that experience. And there are many people that are living through that right now. So I so appreciate you sharing that with me, and so value that this comment that you've shared with my audience. So one of the things that we really need to talk, because I know times are going to start flying quickly here, and I want to be able to share with the world, what are you preparing for you right now? There is a big event. I can't wait. May. I know that is probably tons of work getting a summit together. I've lived it last year. It was so stressful. Never slept until the day of. But can you tell us a little bit about the event? No, don't tell us a little. Tell us a lot. Why should people sign? Why should people sign? Why should people get interested? What is in it for them, right?
Yeah,
what is in it
absolutely.
for me? That's exactly what it is. And what are they going to get out of this? This is definitely a must, especially in times like this.
Absolutely. Thanks, Lizzie. So this project came along probably earlier this year, and it's called SOAR Victory Fest. As you can see, we're about 26 days away, and yes, you're absolutely right, Lizzie. We're like, like chickens with no head, but it's all for good cause, right? So right now, SOAR Victory Fest is really about a global gathering of women coming together. What we want to do is elevate other women, inspire other women for change, for a more equitable and empowered world, while celebrating the victories of female trailblazers, past, present, and future. And as you can see, if I'm just going to scroll it down a little bit, this is our website. So you can go to soulvictory.com. So that's basically that website. And you can scroll down and yes, we're also inviting men, women to come and attend the event. The beauty is we actually have 4 tracks because we have done our research. The goal is to connect other women, and we want to bring value. So we are offering 4 tracks of topics: mental health and wellness, diversity, equity, and inclusion, leadership, and community and collaboration. One thing I'm going to tell you, that it's not going to be a boring Zoom Google Meet meeting. It's not a meeting, folks. It is a virtual event, an immersive experience. When I say immersive, people look at me like, Lizzie, like, what do you mean immersive? Well, we're going to have people doing some cooking shows, or people will be doing some panels. People will be doing some dancing. And we actually have people streaming from all over the world. And if I scroll down, and I'm just geeky about this, as you can see, we have confirmed and we have put up about 30 speakers. We have more coming. They're already in the docket. We probably have about 80 speakers already on the docket. So this is basically the mental health, wellness, mindfulness speakers. Here's the DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion speakers. We also have community and collaboration speakers and leadership. And if you notice, they have flags on their images because they're from all over the world. And here is our team of 11 women who are actually on our committee right now. This is my event co-founder, Shannon Malkin Daniels. When we started this journey, we just wanted to get together and say, hey, let's find the women friends that we have and find a way to, do more good stuff in this world. So this is, as you can see, we have Ireland, we have South Africa, we have Malaysia, we have Canada. This is awesome, right? So basically the idea is when we got together, we wanted to, as you can see, these are event goals. We want to build an international community. We want to raise awareness of critical issues facing women globally. And of course, create female victories, past, present, and future. That is what we want to do. And I'm going to tell you that we actually have 6, not only one, but 6 keynote speakers. We have 1 keynote per day. That's 3 days from North America. And we also have a Southeast Asian schedule. And we have 3 Southeast Asian in the region there. We have, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Australia. We have 3 keynote speakers from that too. So I am really excited for these people. Hi, Brigetti, I see you're here. I'm just geeking out because Brigetti is one of our SOAR ambassadors, and she's in production, the production team with me. So we're very happy to, share this information with you. Just click on attend and go ahead and get your seats. All net proceeds go to support a women's nonprofit, an international women's nonprofit. And in a few days, you will get to see the campaign that we are doing to raise money for a women's center in Ukraine. Whoop, whoop. Is that excitement enough for you, Lizzie?
OMG, that is incredible. I am at awe. And you know what? I'm getting goosebumps. I am literally getting goosebumps right now. That's not lying. If you can see it, they're standing up.
I'm glad you're getting goosebumps.
But wow, how did you manage to get so many women together and so many amazing minds, so many incredible stories, so many good, incredible speakers together like that? I mean, I remember doing my summit and getting 7 speakers, but it took me a month to gather them. They're great, but I'm seeing brand names in here, and I don't know if you realize this. This is for you that are watching right now. This is once in a lifetime. I don't know if you can repeat this again. I mean, you probably
make sure. We definitely don't intend to do it just a one-off event, Lizzie. This is our inaugural event. So for some of you folks, here's my take for you, right? So if you're ever building a community, a big part of our huge success right here, just our victory right here, is the fact that we have this 11 community members. So we're sewing, right? And one of the reasons why we came out with this, name, So, is strong, optimistic women, but we're also sewing. We're sewing victory. We're sewing relationships. We're sewing connections, right? And the women who started this journey, of course, it started with me and Shannon, but we also have our team ambassadors who we call SOAR ambassadors, right? Who we've been in relationship for a while. We all share the same values and vision. And that's the beauty of it, because everybody on our team, our SOAR ambassadors, they have a huge and vast network, and they're just not local. They've been in the production, live streaming, and digital marketing for a long time. So that explains why we're very blessed to have all these speakers coming through our doors, and we just can't wait for May 10 to May 12. So be sure to go sowvictory.com and get all the information you need. And if you have any questions, we have a chat messaging system to answer your questions.
I was just going to ask that, but knowing you and knowing how proactive you are, you probably were going to mention either way. So thank you so much, Bridget, for all your comments. And wow, that she looks like she's read into it as well. One of the things that I was going to ask, I think I did, but you mentioned that getting something, what are you going to get out of this? You're going to get growth, you're going to get network, you're going to get information, you are going to get, what else am I missing, Steph?
So other than the building the relationship, other than the connection, right? So the event portal So, like when we go to in-person conferences and summits, Lizzie, you go into a building and go like, where are my breakout sessions? And you go in. But what happens is that what happens when the day is done, right? What happens when the event is done? Well, in the world that I live in, and many of these ladies live in, so we have created the online location, which is the event portal or event platform, where it will be open and accessible to all content. And also, if you want to network with our sponsors, if you want to network with exhibitors, yes, we do have exhibitors. We're not the typical conference or summit who come into a meeting and start nodding off because it's a Zoom meeting, but you will be able to be at an expo booth, right, a virtual booth, and have a conversation with the exhibitor and build more relationships. So that's a lot more things, but if I tell you, then it's just like, I don't even know what else is coming because there's so many stuff. I just take care of one thing.
So that's one thing that there's when you said where is my break room, I was like, I'm walking into a hotel literally 2 years
Yes.
ago and doing that, and it was awful
Yes.
because you feel awkward and you don't know if you're in the right group. Guys, this is not going to be this way. This is specifically target to what you're looking for. Now, for
Yep.
people that are interested in actually being part as an exhibitor, what do they have to do?
So basically, they can go to our website and they can get all that information. There is a tab that says exhibit. You can get all the information. We still have slots for exhibitors. You can go there. So you will have all the different things as exhibitors, depending on which plan you take. You can definitely get extra tickets. You have more opportunity to be seen and be heard. And I love what Rigetti is saying here. Participating in an event like this sows seeds of new friendships and collaborations all over the world. If you have seen what our team has done so far, Lizzie, this should give everybody who plans to attend this event an idea of what their collective community can look like if they actually want to attend the event and start meeting and connecting with people. This is where we start sowing seeds of relationship.
So actually has a very particular meaning when you came up with this name. Can you share with us?
Absolutely. It's strong, optimistic women. See, when we started, Lizzie, we thought of doing our event in conjunction with International Women's Day. And because we were
Yes.
so close, we knew that our vision, with the time that we had on hand, we would overshoot the opportunity to have a good event. So we kind of extended it. So when we extended it, we were like, okay, what other women events available? So we looked into it, and May has an event called International Victorious Women Month event. So we reached out to Anne Mary Kelly, who's the creator and founder, and she was gracious enough to say, sure, absolutely, let's collaborate. And we came up with this idea, and one of our ambassadors came up with the idea of, she says, because we're sowing friendship, we're sowing relationships, and we're like, yep, we love that. And we found a way to build the acronym into Strong, Optimistic Women, and that's where we are today.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I don't know how this came up. I don't know. It was a God moment.
Yes,
Absolutely.
it is a God
Um,
moment. I agree.
and
Sometimes when you don't know what you don't know, and then you just manifest it, and it comes along. The people come along, the
yes,
community comes along, and when it
yes.
feels right, we feel right, and we know we have the right. We have, like, it's almost a responsibility for us to share our gifts with the world, and everyone who is attending our event to share your gifts so that the world gets to experience you.
And you're talking to me right now because that's one of the reasons 5 years ago that I started the LizyT Show. It was just to reach one person, and if I could reach one person, if I was able to benefit one person, if I was able to make a change in one person around this whole world, I was
Yeah.
happy. That was the whole idea, to be able to be at service, and for you to be doing the same thing. That's why we identify so much with you, with your cause that I thought I have to support this. I have to have her on the show. I have to share to the world what you do and what soul means and what how can this impact people's life, business life, and there's so many people that have lost jobs in the last few years or changed careers because of the situation. This could be an opportunity for your business or for the
Absolutely.
idea that you're thinking of flourish, go to the next level, make
Absolutely.
that leap to
Absolutely.
$100,000 or to the
Yep.
million. I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, but I love it. I love it. So tickets, everyone, is on the website. You can see it right here on her banner, and it is for grabs. We're not sold out yet, are we?
No, we're not. No, we're not. So definitely go get your tickets, right? So please go to sowvictory.com. And I would promise you that if this is something that you will ever do for this year, this is the event that you want to go to, because I'm going to tell you, we have somebody of the Anthony Robbins level. We also have somebody from a minister of a country level. We also have the Ice Queen. She actually travels to Antarctica and she's going to be one of our keynotes. So I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of hot stuff here. So you just need to go to sowvictory.com. And as you can see, all this information right here, get that, just go there and get that information there, and definitely bring your friends along.
Mm. Yes, absolutely. Bring your friend. I mean, that's really. I find that every time you go with someone, somebody gets something that you didn't, so you were able to share. So, oh, I learned this. I learned that. So that what I love the so, because you ended up saying so all the time. It will benefit. Have no idea how impactful can this be for 2022. We're all looking for that answer. We're all looking for that magic pill, which there is none, but this opportunity could definitely be the prayer that you're looking for, or the workshop that you're looking for. And the fact that you have people from Anthony Robbins level, that tells you a lot. That tells
Not
you a
from
lot.
their label, but I'm just saying of that caliber. Yes,
Oh, absolutely.
absolutely. Yes. Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
one of the things that I wanted to mention too is I thank you so much for being here. One of the things that
Thank you
I
for having
love
me.
about, oh, my pleasure. I want to be able for you to, if you signed up, if you mentioned I saw you on the LizyT Show, we're all over social. We're all on the platforms, Facebook, Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are broadcasting Twitter, LinkedIn. If you have any questions at all, if somebody's thinking, well, right to, and you could tell she will answer right away. I could tell you one of the questions that somebody might be a little bit leery or on the fence. What do you think you could answer?
On the fence, as in to attending the event.
Attending to the event, yes.
Yeah. So here's my thought, right? So from everybody. So for me, because this is where I actually know very well from experience, right? Is the fact that until and unless you show up, you will never
Mm.
know who you would meet that would change your life. Because I'm going to promise you, the person who's going to change your life, you have not met that person yet. Because maybe you haven't been showing up, especially since the pandemic. You go like, I don't know, I want to be out there. But I'm going to tell you this. If it's not meeting people in person, you have now the opportunity to meet people online. You can be an extrovert and give me all the excuses that you have. But I'm going to tell you this. Extroverts rock it too on digital media. So I want you to make this an opportunity to gift yourself maybe an early Christmas present and go like, hey, I'm going to gift myself because I get to meet LizyT. She's going to be at the event. I'm going to network with her and I'm going to, hobnob with her. I'm going to go into different networking rooms, maybe learn how to do a dish, dance a different culture's dance. Because I promise you, that person who's going to change your life is yet to be met. So that's where I would say, because I know for me, Lizzie, I just show up where I feel my energy gravitates and pulls me, because I know, like, it's my higher power, God, whatever you want to call it, however everybody out there resonates. But I'm going to promise you, if you have that nudge to show up because you were called for it, show up. Do not question it, because I'm going to tell you that's probably where you will meet that person who will help you take the next big step, that leap of faith to get you to where you want to be. Boom!
And she dropped the mic. I love it, because that is exactly what happened. When I used to go to an event, I always look for one particular person that I can connect, that I can talk about my business. I'm not looking to hand cards to the whole world and make friends with the whole world, because that doesn't happen. You connect with one specific person, you resonate with one specific person, and also that person is going to make you grow in a way that not everybody else does. And my theme is, not everybody's going to like Lizzie, and Lizzie is not going to like everyone. So there is a person for you out there. And this event, this seminar, it is it. I can guarantee you, I feel the energy. I feel what's going to happen. I can't wait to be there sharing with other people my stories and my successes. And I know that there's other person that can teach me their stories and their successes, so my business can grow and my life can grow and my show can grow, and we all benefit here. That's
Absolutely.
so important. I know that you have a lot of experiences yourself and testimonies of
Yes.
people that have attended workshops one-on-one, or even attended your training. Can you share with us a couple, so people have an idea who you are? It's not just high energy. There is results, and love for you to share that.
Absolutely. So one of the things that I've done, part of what I'm going to piggyback to what I said just now, right? Just be myself, just be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. That also applies to your business. The reason I think this is very important is because we all take classes, we all take, different programs, and we all want to try to be the program, but we realize, holy cow, we are not those people who design the programs. Maybe this is not the program that I, can follow through. So one of the big things that I have experienced, and often enough, doesn't matter what I do in, when I teach, train, and connect with people, Lizzie, is this. People come to me like, I don't know if I'm gonna be on camera. I'm not good on camera. So when I started my journey on this Google Hangouts, right? So what happened was, I had a co-host. So if you want to know how powerful this is, still today, I might cry. So here's caution to all of you who's watching. I might cry, okay? Because this is very impactful. I always tell this story because it's powerful. So she's a marketer, a connection of mine who came through a connection, who was referred, and we made friends. We showed up. She lives in Alabama, hundreds of miles away. It's like 12 hours from me. So I said to her, like cold calling, hey, would you like to be my co-host on my show? And she goes like, okay. I just kind of knew her, but I built relationship with her, and she said yes to be my co-host. So I also invited another co-host from Israel. So what happened was, all came through LinkedIn, all came through referral friends and all that stuff. When we started, she just showed up. She had challenges with the technology. Even I know she's a tech geek, and she just showed up. There are days like I didn't know this was going on only until probably about 3-4 years ago, when she told me something about herself. And after I said and complimented her for taking on the video marketing, the live video meetings, go live, like what we're doing right now. So what she said, Lizzie, was this: do you know that I'm actually an introvert? Being on camera is like the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done. And I looked at her and I said, what do you mean? She goes like, because she says, I also want to thank you that you actually gave me this nudge and pushed me to show up on camera enough to know how I can do this in my own way. Oh my God. Kenya Halliburton, if you're watching this, I love you. So that's what happened. And that happens a lot with the people that I work with or workshops or train, because they tell me, I'm an introvert, but I could never see myself doing this until you helped me get there. And this was a big story. And she rocked out because she's a tech nerd kind of thing like me. And she was, which I never saw myself by design and intention. So she started doing a lot of videos, live video, and she tested out a lot of the tools that I tried to, share with her. And then I said, and I just complimented her. I said, you did such a great job. I'm so proud that you're actually doing live. She says, do you know that I'm an introvert? I'm like, no, it didn't come across that way. But I'm like, well, I wouldn't have guessed it. And she goes like, yeah, that's because you pushed me to show up. I'm like, that's one of my better stories that I always tell.
I love it. I love it. I love the fact that you're able to bring right deep inside the best part of a person. And that's really what a good coach, a good media producer, coach, expert can do that. And I've had experiences like that myself with clients. And I love it when they are in front of the camera and they're able to tell their story in such a natural way that they look like an expert. But again, rehearsing, being doing over and over again, even if you make mistake. I know it gets tiring. I remember rehearsing many times when I used to do my own thing, and it perfection makes perfect. It doesn't matter, and it's never going to be 100%. But just the fact that you're putting yourself in front of camera, in front of people, that tells you a lot. And I love that you brought that into light.
Yes.
For people that are seeing this, love for you to work with Saw, and for you to be able to work with her as well and come to this event, because you are definitely going to learn something. Now, I think it's your secretary, your admin person talking about here a special offer if people come through me. I'm not sure what is that all about. I just said, sure. Can you, is there a bonus or is it a discount?
Yes, of course. We want to offer your audience a bonus. We want more women coming through the door, because you know what? We're not benefiting. We're not making a profit from this, because we solely believe, because remember, Lizzie, we have this 11 ambassadors who are volunteering that time. I'm having goosies each time I talk about it, right? 11 women who are volunteering there. They are busy women, but they're taking the time to volunteer because they believe in the mission, right? So this is what I'm going to do for you. And I'm going to set this up and send this information to you, but I am going to offer your audience, and you can share it however you want, Lizzie, as long as you use this code. All your audiences that come through the show, or your connections, you're going to get $10 off your registration. Okay. And next week we have we're going back into our early registration, because we want to make sure many people get the opportunity, then apply that code so that you can actually attend the event, bring your friends. So we want to make sure that you are coming through Lizzie's program and put in her code. She will send the information to you, and you need to be at the event. Boom.
Wow. Another mic has been dropped right now. This one right here is going to the floor. Well, thank you. That's a huge gift. Honestly, guys, this is all right on the moment. We did not plan for this. I had no idea that she was going to do this. I had no hopes of this happening. This is out of the goodness of her heart, and definitely to benefit you. Benefit you, and to benefit a friend of yours, and definitely bring everybody, because this is a must. 2022, it's 2021 was definitely a challenge for all of us. I speak for myself, but 2022, we are going to reinvent ourselves. We're going to take the horses by the hair.
Yes. All by the years, right? Yes.
Absolutely. And this is going to be an event life-changing to many of you. I will love to hear after this event is done saying, thank you, because of this event, because of you, my business, my life, my career, it is this way. It was A, now it's B. And if it wasn't for this event, I would not know what to do. So those are the comments that I'm hoping to hear.
Yep. And make sure you use this
Thank her
opportunity.
for offering this today. Again,
Thank
was
you.
not
Thank you for
planned,
having me.
not planned, not planned. It's
Not planned.
spontaneous.
I
And
like to
again,
drop nuggets of surprises, so that it catches you off like, oh my God, thank you. No, I really feel, Lizzie, we women in the world, actually we as humankind, right? We're always there to support one another in any way, format that we can, right? So for me, if we're you doing this for a very great cause, I want this like a bug. Catch that bug, right? Catch that bug, support
I
another
have
woman. Let's come and celebrate the victories of the women trailblazers, past, present, and future, because we are in that generation where we want the next generation to take that baton and start running with it.
it feels like you're going to be running a marathon after this.
Yes, we will. Imagine 80 speakers. That in itself, you can tell we have over 80 sessions, and we have two schedules, North American schedule and also Southeast Asian schedule. So that tells you
Right.
the width and depth of the event.
I forgot I heard about that, and that's going to be incredible because a lot of people are not in the same time zone as us. So they're
Yes.
probably thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to wake up, or be at 2:00 in the morning. That's not going to be the case, guys.
Nope.
I mean, if you
The
want
beauty
to,
about
right?
doing things virtual, yeah. I think, Lizzie, and for you folks out there, I need you to shift that old thinking of the old conference and old summit. I want you to transport yourself to a virtual hotel that you can wake up at 12 midnight and go and have ice cream with somebody and go like, hey, you want to have ice cream with me? Or hey, you want to have coffee with me? You can do that, right? Because we have different regions doing different things, and there'll be replays. Not only that, you'll have profiles of people more than enough that you can connect with, but it's your responsibility to show up and make that connection. Nobody else can do it for you, because at the end of the day, if you want to get to know Lizzie, you can't just like, okay, I need to be where Lizzie is, right? So that's what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I can't say it enough. Love it. This is going to be such an incredible event. I am so honored and privileged to have you here today and to share this with the world. And I can't wait for this event. It's going to be incredible. And all of you, all of my followers, come and join us. You will get a discount, which was not planned, but she is amazing, and she's going to offer that to all of my followers as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Love you, love you, love you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Have a wonderful and incredible, I mean, you already are having an amazing day. Look at you. Look at you. I appreciate you, and
thank you, Lizzie.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, guys, that was incredible. I'm like sweating here. I feel like I'd run a marathon. So don't forget, follow Zef. Make sure that you go to the website, and the code is coming up on all of my social media. I will put it on a I will ask to have it done on my website as well. And use it. Please use it. Please use it. Don't waste it. I just want to make sure that if you resonated with this interview today, it wasn't an interview, it was just a talk. If you resonated, please connect with us, and let's have this 2022 work for all of us. If you know someone right now that is suffering, that is ready to give up, their business is just down, they're thinking I can't do this anymore, you gotta forward this to them and say, you know what, this could be the answer. This could be the answer for your problem. So thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back with another show, another guest, and make it a blessed day, everyone. Love you lots. Bye-bye for now.